Panda Express. Would you like to try a General Soul Chicken today?
No thanks. Can I just do a... So, I guess it's kind of ironic, seeing as how I'm doing a Psycho Circus theme this year, but I don't actually find clowns to be scary. I never found Pennywise to be scary. I never found... I can't think of any more famous creepy clowns right now, but I've never found any of them to be scary. The closest thing, I guess, would be Twisty from American Horror Story, but even him, I just felt kind of uneasy looking at him. I wasn't really scared of him. But I might have to make an exception for this year, because this is kind of gruesome. And this is a dummy that I have affectionately named Frank. And to be frank, there's not much to Frank. He kind of needs some more stuffing. But this, and this are all gonna come together to be my newest prop, a psycho clown. So I think for the most part, this is gonna be pretty easy to put together. The only issue I'm probably going to run into is the head, because there's no support in this head at all. I'm not sure how well it's going to hold the mask. Probably going to have to figure something else out for that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, I need to put on a straitjacket. And it just occurred to me that he needs pants, and I have not bought him a pair of pants yet. So, for the time being, he'll have to wear mine.
To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men with their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away. Aha! You thought it was a joke, and so you left when I have said that losing you would make me flip my writ.
Alright, now we just gotta figure out this head situation. Okay, so here's a sort of mock-up of how this thing is gonna be. It's gonna be hanging upside down, not in this spot. It'll probably be out, like, outside in front of the garage. And honestly, I don't even know for sure if that's the rope I'm gonna use. It's kind of a mess, but those boots are really heavy, so I had to wrap them several times in order to get them to hold. But in any case, the problem that I'm having is getting that clown head to stay. What I've done is I mounted it onto a wig head, which is now on a piece of PVC. You would think it would be as easy as just taking it, turning it upside down, and shoving it up inside. But the law of gravity doesn't quite work that way. So, I'm kind of having to get creative. So you see, I can take this, and I can shove it up here, no problem. But what happens is once it's in place, it just kind of hangs there, and there's a big gap between the mask and the costume. And the first time any kid comes over, or even adult, and like grabs his nose or something, It's falling out. So I have to figure out some way to permanently attach all of this. And at the moment, I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. So I guess I'm gonna have to just kind of fiddle around with this for a while. Okay, so after literally like 2 hours of frustration and fighting and actually having to get help from my mom, of all people, I finally got it. It's definitely far from perfect. If you look close, you can see, okay, the mask is like bunched up here on the side, and the bottom here is just kind of like sunken in. And that's just because, to be honest, it's a very cheap mask, so I wasn't able to really do too much with it. And I just used like little straight pins to go through to hold everything in place. You can see one right here, if it'll focus. That's just a straight pin going through the, and there's one too, going through the fabric, through the buckle, and through the mask into the foam head. But, you know what? I think it'll be okay. It's not gonna be hanging up in here. It's gonna be hanging up like on the edge of the roof, like outside of the garage, kind of that general area. So what I can do is just make sure that it's high enough to where the head is actually above people's eye level, so that they're not like looking down to the face and see all the imperfections. It'll be above them. So basically, this is closer to the view people will get. And I don't know about you, but I think that is pretty freaking creepy.